It's a little bit further down, so hard to kind of see from here. Bettiol, he's not that far away. Wonder if Scaroni knows.
All condenses a bit, and here we have it. Scaroni this side to go on the attack. He's firing the first salvo on this final climb of the day. Perhaps a little bit nervous, and as you say, does he know that Alberto Bettiol is behind, one of the strongest sprinters in the bike race, and he's within touching distance of this lead group. He's launched in his own way. Juan Ayuso, will Scaroni be able to cover it? Will Paulus be able to stay with this? He's starting to wilt a little bit. Scaroni immediately responds, and he responds, but is he able to stay on the back wheel of Juan Ayuso? Ayuso looks around, he's got half a bike length, but not enough. Scaroni makes it 2 once more. Paulus is detached, and now they have to keep riding.
He's got some UE glue on him, straight onto that wheel, and there's absolutely no separation. What do? Do they continue? Do they, make sure that Nelson Paulus doesn't come back? I think Nelson Paulus could come back, because I don't think Scaroni had much left in the tank, and I look behind, he doesn't overly commit. Puts pressure on the pedals, but you can see that they're starting to think of trying to save that little bit for what's to come, and it looks as if it could be a 2-up sprint.
2 for the win. Is that what we're going to get today? Juan Ayuso gets the flick of the elbow from Christian Scaroni and rides through, but without full commitment. And this will give a little bit of encouragement to Neilson Paulus. What an intelligent and canny race that Paulus has ridden, because he's been super strong today, but not quite as strong as the two just in front of him. And he's kept them he's kept that bungee cord just about attached, doesn't he, throughout the day. It's been a stunning response once more from Neilson Paulus, who's not out of it just yet, but Juan Ayuso recognises that pink jersey is making its way back on. And EF Education Easy Post are going to have to depend on a further cessation of hostilities up front if they're going to get on. Well, indeed he does, and that's good news for them. The question is, does that change the balance of power at the front? Does it change the level of commitment from those riders?
It does. Now they're starting to think of the finish. 2.6 to go, and it pretty much, just as we come out this tunnel, it's pretty much all the way downhill, and Paulus can sprint well, and Scaroni knows this. He might be the weakest of the 3 of them, but Michael Storer still fighting in the background, and I wouldn't put it past Storer getting back on.
Yeah, I've been going through Scaroni's stats as much as I could. You can barely take your eye off this one, but he hasn't won too many sprints in his professional career. Won the overall GC in Tour des Alpes Maritimes du Var in France last year. Took a stage win, but that was from a sort of 2-up group. So not quite, well, he has won a sprint, I suppose, from a 2-3-up group, but can he do it against the likes of Neilson Paulus, who is, as Brian has told us, has a useful kick and has won some big races in his time.
Storer will catch them and go straight past. Just watch it. He'll catch them and go straight past. Try and catch them napping.
It's the only way, isn't it? The rider having been... Ah, here he comes. Boom, over the top. Switches right, switches left. Switches right again. It's like he was threading the eye of a needle there, and all it serves to do is to actually probably help the pace of these riders on this descent.
Yeah, I think they knew that was happening. Just watching Paulus, he's sitting back off the wheel now. He might decide to go on a flyer before we come into the finish as well. So they're all very wary of being caught in the hop here. And I think Nelson Paulus, just sitting back into 1 kilometre to go, might decide to try and kind of surprise them from the back here.
Well, Nelson Paulus, is he winding up for a big surprise attack? It's going to be tough to surprise the team bosses behind on the blower. No one wants to be on the front. Down to the final 900 metres. Inside the final kilometre of what's been another thrilling edition of Trofeo Laigueglia. It's coming down to 4 for the win. Nelson Paulus stalking from behind, looking to get a couple of bike lengths advantage on the others, or at least beyond the pedals for a couple of seconds before the others realise. Into the closing stages, Ayuso has the unfortunate...
Yes, I was thinking that there. He's just in the wrong place. It's getting slow, it's getting dicey here. Could go anyway.
Storer's nervous. Storer doesn't want to let the rest in. Watch out for the riders coming from behind. And it looks like we could have riders coming in from behind. Well, who's this one? Just trying to join up would be extraordinary. Ayuso launches his sprint for the line. Will he have enough to hold off Scaroni and friends? He's got a couple of bike lengths advantage. Juan Ayuso going for a second win in succession. It's all too easy. He celebrates and he has loads of time to do it. And it's Juan Ayuso that takes Trofeo Laigueglia. They didn't let anyone else back in. Timed and judged it to a nicety, and he just had more power and strength. And Juan Ayuso makes it 2 from 2. What a stunning performance. The opening weekend in France and now the opening day of racing in Italy.
Did Storer hang on for second place? Scaroni comes round the right-hand side. Paulus on the left-hand side. Yet again, very difficult angle to see who got the podium places. But there's no doubt about the winner, Juan Ayuso. We might see it from here though. But I think it was, I was worried that it was kind of propped on the front, but here we go. Oh. Do you know who finished second and third? Declan?
Yeah, I wonder, do they know?
We'll find out
very shortly. Storer, maybe.
Storer, Scaroni, Paulus.
It's definitely one of the three. We're going to find out maybe very, very shortly, and we'll get confirmation of the finishing order. Not out about the winner though, 22-year-old Spaniard from Barcelona. Well, there we have it. It's Scaroni that managed to hang on for second behind the winner of Trofeo Laigueglia, Juan Ayuso on the UAE squad. Storer in third place. He'd be thrilled with that. Nelson Paulus would probably feel like it was a battling rear guard. Fourth place finish for him as well. Carboni just didn't quite get on, but nonetheless, excellent effort. They'll be thrilled with the top 5 finish. Sheffield, Bettiol, Vare, Vercher, and Gualdi, Simone Gualdi, smattering and peppered indeed that top 10 with riders who know this race, who perform with distinction in it in the past, and have come to honour it and honour Italian bike racing with another fine edition of great one-day classics racing. Juan Ayuso is third podium in 4 years, but his first visit to the top step. Whoa. Been looking at that photograph
Close
for a while.
That.
Yeah, that was for the win, huh? But not quite.